Oh, we're excited to be working with the state of Washington and the Washington Wine Commission for our Flavors of the World campaign for 2014. People are not as familiar with Washington wines as they may be with Napa, California, Italy, Spain. You know, we have an obligation to our customers to show them something they may not have seen before, and we may find a very loyal following for the state of Washington.
Well, the Taste of Washington promotion definitely focuses on Washington and the artisanal products that we have. First and foremost, the wine, and what I found as a chef is the pioneering spirit that the farmers and the producers of cheese and orchards and produce have up here, and how well that pairs with the wines that we have chosen.
Well, we went through an in-depth selection process. So we went out to all the wineries in the state, and then they put their best foot forward in what was essentially a grand tasting. So we really do have what I believe are some of the best wines in the state represented on the Omni promotion.
Washington wines are outstanding. We have some superior growing conditions here in Washington. Most of the grapes are grown out in eastern Washington, where it's very warm. The mighty Columbia River flows through, offering great water. We have about 2 more hours of sunlight every day during the growing season, so grapes just love to sit out and soak up that sunlight, and then it gets nice and cool overnight so that they can rest and start up again the next day in their process as they move toward ripeness.
What makes Washington wines unique is the fact that our fruit is amazing. Every great winemaker knows that in order to make great wine, you have to start with great fruit. If you were to draw a straight line from eastern Washington on the latitude all the way over to France, you'd be in wine growing country in France.
In picking the wines for this promotion, we have gone and asked our food and beverage directors to taste each of the wines and select what wines they thought would be best for their customers in each of the hotels. And now we're here in Washington, where we're actually going to see the wines being made and to understand the terroir and meet with the winemakers so that we have a better understanding of the story that will go into our promotion.
At Omni Hotels, it's very important that we get an opportunity to get a brief moment of introduction to our partners who are going to be with us for the next several months, get a taste of some of the things they're offering, get an idea of what we want to do with those and where we would place them in our hotels. Seeing some of the people with such passion and such actual knowledge of the history of this land and the history of the soils here. They've got some great passion. In particular, the gentleman Keith at Terra Blanca in Red Mountain. They say that's one of the premium areas of fruit here in Washington. Red Mountain showed us some really great, ripe, incredible tiny berried fruit.
At Omni Hotels and Resorts, the pairings that we have with Washington wines, it provides our guests with a unique opportunity that distinguishes our brand different from everything else. An example of the menu items that we are going to offer our guests, in addition to the cheese, will be Dungeness crab in a couple forms, served in a spring sweet pea soup as well as in a crab fritter. Salmon is the obvious choice, and we're pairing that with some Washington mushrooms and a Washington wine sauce.
Washington state wines are unique in that they provide superior quality at a great value.
Wine production here completely impressed me. Having lived here 25 years ago, I was unaware of the amount of wine that comes out of the state, and it is truly impressive, and I'm proud to share that with our guests.
I want to take that graciousness and that hospitableness and share that with my guests at my hotel at the Omni Fort Worth and make it just an amazing experience. So when they do try the Taste Washington wine list or the Taste Washington food menu, that we represent the hospitality of Washington State and give that to our guests.
I believe this promotion and this focus on Washington helps create a unique bond that our customers will truly enjoy and not get anywhere else.